Race against time. Vice President Ch10 advocates more funding, proactive measures to reduce disaster.
It's not to serve the interests of any political party or group, but to safeguard the integrity of our elections.
2022 Electoral Act set for another amendment, presidential and governorship elections 2027 or 2026.
There will be no space for terrorism and banditry in Nigeria.
Big win for security agencies in September. Orientation agency gives scorecard. Hello there. It's nice to have you join the network news at 9 on NTA. I'm Nta Ch10. Tonight, Adiola Kamiakere joins us from Lagos, while Musa Abubakar and Ayo Makinde here in Abuja will give us business and sports highlights. Musa?
FCCPC commends CBN's 48-hour refund policy.
Thank you, Musa. Ayo, what's happening?
Well, Super Eagles spread their wings, ready to fly over Benin Republic.
Details in a moment. Remember that this broadcast is being streamed live on our website, nta.ng/live. You can follow us across social media. Our handles are displayed on the screen. And now the news in detail. Vice President Kashim Shettima is optimistic that with more funding in building resilience among communities prone to flooding and other forms of disaster, the risks incurred would tremendously reduce. This was at the 2025 International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction with the theme, Fund Resilience, Not Disaster. Ilyasu Ali Yakubu reports.
Funding resilience in the management of disasters is one major component of the disaster risk reduction strategy, which requires community participation for immediate response. Since 1999, the United Nations General Assembly introduced the disaster risk reduction mechanisms as a paradigm shift from reactive to proactive approach in the management of disasters across the globe. In 2010, Nigeria adopted the strategy for proactive engagement in the management and mitigation of disasters. Vice President Kashim Shettima says the readiness for disaster is the true measure of every nation's maturity. Beyond demonstrating the utmost respect for the sanctity of human life, it reveals the commitment to building a system that rests on order, foresight and stability.
Every investment in resilience is in truth an investment in the lives and futures of our people. We do not have to look far to understand this message. In recent years, we have seen floods wash away farmlands, erosion swallow roads, and fires raise markets that took years to build. These tragedies happen not in distant lands, but in our own communities, to people we know, to families just like ours.
I urge all stakeholders to deepen collaboration and ensure that no stakeholder is left behind in our collective effort to build a safer and a more resilient Nigeria.
This stakeholders meeting is very important for us to have a comprehensive and holistic approach in addressing and preparing this country for a better resiliency.
These events are testing the limits of traditional emergency response systems and demanding a more proactive, preventive and well-financed disaster risk management framework.
Experts believe the disaster risk reduction strategy is yielding positive results, evident in the relatively minimal impact of disasters in the year 2025, despite the usual outcry that follows such disasters. In Abuja, Ali Yakubu, NTA News.
From disaster risk management to the slogan, security is everyone's business, at the monthly Joint Security Press Briefing, championed by the National Orientation Agency. Kenneth Nanim reports that agencies are leveraging the platform to make necessary clarifications, correct erroneous impressions regarding the fight against insecurity in the country, and urging citizens to render support by sharing credible intelligence.
The monthly Joint Security Press Briefing is reviewing activities and operations by security agencies for the month of September 2025, and this is the third in the series. The Director General of the National Orientation Agency, Malam Lanre Isaonilu, reads out the key achievements of the Nigerian military, the Nigerian Police Force, the NDELEA, Nigerian Customs, NAFDAC, ICPC, amongst other security agencies.
The army arrested insurgent leaders and collaborators in states like Niger, Sokoto, and Anambra. The Nigerian Police Force recorded significant improvement. NDLEA arrested 1,703 suspects. It dismantled 37 major drug syndicates across the country. NAFDAC arrested 10 suspects within the period linked to illegal importation and distribution of regulated products.
To bring insecurity to its barest minimum, citizens are being urged to play their part by reporting suspicious movements, illegal activities, and desist from sharing malicious and fake information on the social media.
One thing I can assure you is that there will be no space for terrorism and banditry in Nigeria. Wherever you are, we'll go after you and stamp you out.
There's something we say in the balance of the FRSC. We say enlightenment without enforcement is entertainment. And we are not on the road to entertain people. We are on the road to enforce traffic laws.
Nigerians still need to learn to be law-abiding.
The DGNOA and some of the security agencies emphasize the need for citizens to adequately collaborate with the security agencies to achieve more results. Kenneth Nanim, NTA News.
Next, let's talk elections, and the 2027 general election may be a new experience for Nigerians, going by amendments being canvassed in the Electoral Act. National Assembly correspondent Lami Ali reports that some highlights of the amendments propose conduct of presidential and governorship election by November 2026 and conclusion of all election litigation before swearing in.
The Electoral Act amendment exercise is being conducted for the 8th time since the return of democracy in 1999, essentially to address identified shortcomings after each election cycle. Voices at the public hearing call for reforms for enhanced transparency, accountability and inclusiveness.
Experience has taught us that perfection is a pursuit, not a possession. The law we make today must correct the weakness of yesterday and prepare the ground for the victories of tomorrow.
Our democracy rests on the credibility of our elections, and unless these contests are freer, fairer, cheaper, and less contentious, we endanger the Fourth Republic.
As Nigeria prepares for its next electoral cycle, the decisions made in this room and by this institution will have far-reaching impacts.
The proposed Electoral Act 2025 seeks amendments in 20 sections, some of which will enable prisoners' voting rights, real-time transmission of results, and increase of campaign funds.
Replacement of members of legislative houses without by-election, which was also a proposal from INEC, trying to look at way of costing costs.
The objective is not to serve the interests of any political party or group, but to serve the integrity of our elections and build public confidence in the democratic process.
Presentations at the hearing also pointed to areas it hopes the National Assembly would address.
Political office holders, elected representatives, appointed representatives, the aides of ministers, governors, even of presidents, cannot enjoy an unnecessary level of suffrage over the selection of the candidates of party.
With regard to the appointment of the chairman of INEC, we feel that the process should be changed. The president should not directly appoint. The National Judicial Council should appoint.
We also want persons with disabilities who are voters to vote barely before the official date of election.
While the exercise progresses to a third reading at the two chambers, some of the proposed amendments to the Electoral Act, like notice and time of elections, are however tied to amendments of the Constitution, which is also ongoing. From the National Assembly, Lami Ali, NTA News.
To have a seamless governorship election in Anambra State, all stakeholders are expected to work as a team and be proactive to deliver their expected mandate. Jane Francis Obi tells us more as preparations heighten ahead of the day.
It is citizens' expectation that stakeholders improve upon their performance. The electoral umpire speaks.
We have made sure that the polling units, the ROA, the collation centers are all on a very smooth level ground so that they will not have issues with that.
Police as the lead agency, we will do all our possible best, and which we have been doing, just like what we did in by-election. We will assure members of the public that we make sure that the election comes out successful.
Meanwhile, the National Orientation Agency boss in Anambra State, Edozie Ajebu, say aggressive voter education is in progress at the grassroots.
We'll go to marketplaces, we'll go to churches, we'll go to schools, mobilizing them on the need to come out and vote.
The readiness we speak during the polls just weeks away. In Oka, Jane Francis Obi, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the House of Representatives says new legislations are underway to accelerate the growth of Nigeria's downstream petroleum industry. This was at the opening of the Maiden Downstream Petroleum Week organized by the House in Abuja. National Assembly correspondent Nta Ch10 reports.
The conference brought together industry players to share perspectives on sectoral challenges and develop practical solutions. Everyone applauds the significant progress Nigeria has made in the quest to refine its crude oil and consume what is refined. Hence the advocacy for enabling laws to ramp up domestic refining capacity.
Nigerians therefore expect certain deliverables from this conference, especially as they concern the prevalent infrastructure deficit, solutions to energy security issues, pipeline vandalism, and dubious pricing.
To address this, the House Committee on Petroleum Resources Downstream intends to pursue new legislative measures. Refineries first right of refusal on crude allocation, streamline regulations to remove all unnecessary delay, assist the House to develop a refinery protection and promotion bill to classify refineries, whether modular or big refineries, as strategic national assets, ensuring they receive priority protection and support.
A separate public hearing by the House Committee on Agricultural Production and Services focused on 3 bills: to amend the National Agricultural Development Fund Establishment Act, another to establish the National Farm Settlements Agency, and a third bill to establish a National Rice Processing and Research Institute in Argungu, Kebbi State.
It's not a bad idea, but I think we need to also look at existing framework and ensure that we are not duplicating.
Requesting the formal inclusion of the Nigeria Youth in Agri-Tech and Innovation Program.
We have suggested broadening the financing powers of the fund to allow for investments.
We will continue to collaborate with the executive relevant agencies and the private sector to make agriculture a business that drives national prosperity.
Memoranda submitted sought increased funding of existing agricultural institutions to boost productivity and food security. From the National Assembly, Nta Ch10 News.
Talking education now. Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu has secured the commitment of the Qatar Foundation on Education, Science and Community Development towards reforming the Almajiri education system and further addressing the out-of-school children crisis in the country. She pulled this off in Doha, Qatar, during a closed-door meeting with the chairman of the foundation, Her Highness Sheikh Hamoza bint Nasser Al support and funding from the foundation is necessary to assist Nigeria address the challenge of more than 15 million out-of-school children, driving a transformative model of Almajiri school system, one that integrates both Islamic and formal education. The First Lady applauded her host for various interventions in the education sector through the foundation, which has built an education city with more than 40 schools, including universities and the Qatar National Library. Pledging the commitment of the foundation to actively support the Almajiri and out-of-school children education in Nigeria, the chairman of the foundation says it will assist the Ministry of Education with training the handlers and teachers in the schools when established to ensure the best outcomes. The First Lady also visited the headquarters of the Qatar Foundation, where the CEO of the foundation, Yusuf An-Na'a, informed her that Nigeria has 41 alumni from the Muhammad Khalifa University. She attended alongside the coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Ali Pate, Minister of State for Education, Professor Suwaiba Ahmed, and the Executive Secretary of the National Commission for Almajiri School Children Education, Muhammad Sani. This is the Network News on NTA. Do stay tuned for more reports in a moment.
The future of energy is here and is made in Nigeria. The Rural Electrification Agency, REA, invites you to the Nigerian Renewable Energy Innovation Forum, a dynamic event championing local content, local manufacturing, and the federal government's bold Nigeria First policy. From groundbreaking innovations to strategic partnerships, NREIF 2025 will unite local talent, original equipment manufacturers, policy makers, private sector players, and development partners, all powering Nigeria's clean energy future through Mr. President's forward-leaning policies. NREIF 2025 will be officially flagged off by Vice President Kashim Shettima, GCON. Join us in Abuja at the Congress Hall, Transcorp Hilton Hotel, from the 14th to 15th of October 2025. NREIF 2025, facilitating the Nigeria First policy, securing the nation's renewable energy future.
The Association of Chairmen of Local Government Service Commissions of Nigeria holds a 3-day national summit. Special guest of honor, His Excellency Loki Aidatua, Executive Governor on the state. Theme: Strengthening Local Government Best Practice for Strategic Leadership. Date: 14th to 16th October 2025. Time: 9 a.m. daily. Venue: Mariam Babangida National Center for Women Development, Abuja. Announcer: Chief Simon Tangni, Chairman, Organizing Committee.
History in the making. The Honorable Chief Commissioner, Public Complaints Commission, Honorable Bashir Abubakar, MFR.
On the 21st of October 2025, will host the Global Ombudsman Summit, marking the 50th anniversary of the Public Complaints Commission.
With the theme, Man's Institution, Catalyst for Good Governance. This event will bring together leaders, policymakers, and Ombudsman's Institution. The world.
Join us at the Ladi Kwali Conference Center, Abuja Continental Hotel, Abuja, as we celebrate 5 decades of fairness, justice, and accountability.
The summit begins at 10 a.m.
Special guest of honor, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. Guest of honor, the Senate President, His Excellency Senator Godswill Akpabio, Speaker House of Representatives, Honorable Abbas Tajuddin. The 2025 Global Ombudsman Summit, celebrating 50 years of service, sustaining a lifetime of justice.
Here is another opportunity to join other airmen and women currently serving our dear country, as the Nigerian Air Force is currently recruiting qualified candidates as trades and non-trades men and women. All interested applicants must be Nigerian citizens and possess national identity or bank verification number. Applicants must be medically and physically fit and must not have any criminal conviction by a court of law. Online registration opens on 14th October and closes 25th November 2025. Zonal aptitude tests will hold on a date to be conveyed on the NAF recruitment portal. For further information, visit www.nafrecruitment.airforce.mil.ng or call 070-526-83575 and 070-305-62381 from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Mondays to Fridays. You can also send an email to careers@airforce.mil.ng. Please note, all recruitment processes are free of charge. Announcer, Air Vice Marshal A.H. Bakari, for the Chief of the Air Staff, Nigerian Air Force. Willing, able, ready.
The Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Senator Abubakar Kyari, CON, and Honorable Minister of State for Agriculture and Food Security, Senator Dr. Ali Sabi Abdullahi, CON, cordially invites stakeholders and the public to the official launch of the Nigeria Farmers Soil Health Scheme, NFSHS. The initiative will mark a significant milestone in our joint commitment to improving soil health, enhancing sustainable agriculture, and securing food systems across Nigeria. Date, Tuesday, 14th October 2025. Time, 10 a.m. Venue, Banquet Hall, Presidential Villa, Abuja. Dr. Marcus O. Ogumbiyi, FNSE, Permanent Secretary. Announcer.
In the beating heart of Owerri, business never sleeps. From sunrise to sundown, the wheels keep turning. And behind the scenes, vision meets action. Governor Hope Uzodimma's leadership has turned manifestos into reality, transformations that feels like a miracle. But progress needs peace, and in Imo, it's not left to chance. From land to sky to river deep, guardians are watching, protecting dreams and opportunity. At Orashi's quiet shore, hydropower is rising, set to energize a growing economy. The change is visible. New roads emerge, industry hums, communities come alive. At the center, a digital revolution. 500,000 young minds trained each year to build the future. As Orashi rises, so does Imo and the hopes of a hard-working people. A new Imo is on the rise.
The House of Representatives Committee on Aviation Technology invites the Federal Ministry of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Ministry of Innovation, Science and Technology, as well as Federal Ministries of Education, Justice, Finance and other listed stakeholders to a one-day public hearing on a bill for an act to establish the African Aviation and Aerospace University, Abuja. Date Wednesday, 15th October 2025. Time 10 a.m. Venue, Conference Room 231, House of Reps. Stakeholders are to submit 25 hard copies of memoranda with 2 soft copies to suit 246, New Building, House of Representatives. For more details, contact Committee Clerk on 080-3317-6122. Announcer, Right Honorable Tajuddin Karim Abisodun, Chairman, House Committee on Aviation Technology.
You're just in time for news from the energy sector, and participants at the 18th Nigerian Association for Energy Economics Conference, jointly organized by the Petroleum Development Trust Fund and the International Association for Energy Economics, are of the view that the emerging geopolitics of energy is shaping global power dynamics, particularly in Africa. Lydia Sampson tells us more.
Onye Konshola Olaniyon, a student of the Center for Petroleum, Energy Economics and Law, University of Ibadan, is attending the conference for the first time.
It is wonderful because we are, first of all, in a room of people that would have been too far away for us to reach, and I think it's a very great place for networking and to begin my step in the industry.
Her excitement reflects the enthusiasm of many young participants. Their shared view is that Africa must develop proactive homegrown strategies tailored to its unique context and energy realities.
We are convening at a moment when the global economic order is undergoing profound transformation, driven by technological advances, climate transition, redefined trade alignment, and shifting centers of geopolitical powers.
Import substitution first, and secondly, that we now deal with economic growth. That is a sine qua non as far as I'm concerned.
We must build regional cooperation framework to share infrastructure and knowledge. We must deepen our research and policy dialogues.
Speakers agree that copying foreign models without adaptation could entrench dependency and stifle local potential. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
As the world marks International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction, the Nigerian Nuclear Regulatory Authority is exposing students not to the risks of radiation, but to the protocol of staying safe in a world of emerging radioactive and nuclear threats. Ayodeji Makinde reports.
In a busy world where human activity, machines and technology emit substances, the need to create awareness at all levels resonates gathering by the Nigerian Nuclear Regulatory Authority and students of Government Secondary School GSS Garki in an atmosphere where different substances are inhaled. Officials narrowed the awareness campaign on the dangers, risks and preventive actions against radiation, radioactive materials and substances.
We have been ensuring that the peaceful application of is under regulatory control in all facets of our national economy.
We have brought it to the grassroots so that they can have that awareness.
To make them know how we go about regulating the safe uses of radioactive materials in Nigeria.
Means of detecting exposure to radioactive substances were illustrated with kits by NNRA. For now, beyond reactive responses, it's all about proactive prevention through environmental protection.
Let them have the exposure to the risk and then let us tell them how to reduce it.
Whenever you find that you have radiation, you should immediately rush to the hospital, radiation tests and other things.
As disasters become more frequent, the global to boost national budgets echoes amidst international assistance. Hence, the theme for this year's commemoration, Fund Resilience, not Disaster. In Abuja, Ayodeji Makinde, NTA News.
Jigawa State, where Governor Umar Namadi has led top government officials and elected representatives to Kirikasama local government area for the 22nd edition of the Citizens Engagement Program, where critical development projects have been inaugurated. Muhammad Musa Askira reports that this is in a sustained grassroots participation and infrastructure.
Governor Namadi performed two major events. The flag off of the 23.4 kilometers Tarabutu, the commissioner of a rural electrification project connecting 900 to the national grid. The 17.28 billion naira road projects, according to the governor, is among 12 regional roads out of 48 valued at 150 billion naira. Governor Umar Namadi explained that the Tarabutu-Gafta road traverses hard to reach farming communities and would greatly ease the movement of agricultural produce, strengthen market linkages and boost economic activities in the
The construction of this road has a multiplier effect on the economy of Jigawa State and Nigeria in general. We will continue to build roads across the corner of Jigawa State to ensure that we provide access to our people, especially the farmers.
The commissioner of the governor noted that linking rural communities to the national electricity grid represents another milestone in his administration's commitments to improving the quality of life for rural dwellers through access to power and essential infrastructure. Highlights of the program was the presentation of a compendium of community priority needs by traditional and community leaders for government's consideration and subsequent implementation. Muhammad Musa Askira, NTA News.
Time to rebuild the global health system to meet today's realities as global health actors at the 2025 World Health Summit in Berlin call for a major shakeup in the way the world finances and governs healthcare. Part of issues discussed at a session on transforming the global health architecture, rethinking governance and financing models. Basi Itaikbang reports.
The session set the tone for urgent reforms in global health leadership. Speakers stressed that depending on donor aid is no longer sustainable. They called for fresh homegrown solutions, from fair health taxes to diaspora investment bonds, to help countries fund their own health systems.
In the light of the major crisis we are facing, we need to make the global architecture fit for the future, and we have to do it now.
We must integrate, build one health system that addresses vertical diseases, but that's one system that delivers cost effectively.
Panelists also appealed to wealthier nations and financial institutions to ease debt burdens on low-income countries so they can build stronger and more resilient health systems.
This is why we came with the Africa Health Financing in a New Era. Some of you are calling that Green Book. This Green Book was the starting point. It's the most comprehensive document that Africa developed to address the issue of health financing.
The 2025 World Health Summit brings together key global health actors, all united by one clear message: health governance must be inclusive, accountable, and locally driven. From Berlin, Basi Taipa, NTA News.
Still on health, the federal government is impressed with the level of mobilization by some health centers in the ongoing integrated immunization campaign. Executive Director and Chief Executive Officer of the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, Dr. Mui Aino, gave the commendation during a tour of healthcare facilities in Chikara Community, Kogi State, and Abaji area of the Federal Capital Territory.
Good progress, good planning, very awareness within the community. Many of the kids, school children and children that are not yet in school, in fact graduated from school, were all trooping to the place. One thing I would like to say to Nigerians is that don't miss this opportunity. We are combining many different interventions now for FCT, polio vaccine. There are many other vaccines that people have the one-shot opportunity.
The agency, in collaboration with partners, has launched a nationwide integrated vaccination campaign to protect children against measles, rubella, polio and human papilloma virus HPV. The campaign runs from October 6 to 16, 2025 from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily. It's time now to join Adiola in our Lagos Network Center for more news. Adiola.
Nta Ch10. Considering the crucial roles played by traditional rulers in the country, including maintaining law and order, resolving conflicts, preserving culture and supporting community development, the government has declared support for their clamor to be included in the Nigerian Constitution. This was at the 2025 National Executive Committee meeting of the National Council of Traditional Rulers in Nigeria, NCTRN. Ingino John Adams reports that President Bola Tinubu, who declared the meeting open, was represented by the Imo State Governor and Chairman of the All Progressives Governors Forum, Hope Uzodinma.
The push for traditional rulers to be included in the Nigerian Constitution is gradually becoming, with the move gaining more attention from the north, east, west and south. These royal fathers are gathered to share ideas on prospects of the actualization of the bill.
Voluntarily, we are not a government organ. We came on our own to see how we can help the political leaders lead in the best way with the fear of Almighty God.
We will continue to complement your efforts. We will continue to support your positive initiative, and also we will continue to put Nigeria first.
What we are pleading for is to give us that honor.
As the clamor continues, President Bola Tinubu, who was represented, reiterated government support for the bill.
Across the country, traditional rulers continue to carry out responsibilities that are essential to the stability, cohesion, and governance of our communities. However, these responsibilities remain informal, acknowledged in principle, but not secured by law.
Throughout our nation's history, traditional rulers have served as a vital link between the government and the people. You are a trusted bridge that connects the state institutions with community realities.
And we have been calling for a legal instrument that will back
the existence of this constitution as it used to be before the change in 1979 constitution, then 1999.
With the theme, the traditional institution, the imperative of its inclusion in effective and efficient governance in Nigeria, Governor Hope Uzodimma, who was also the keynote speaker, noted that the absence of a constitutional role for traditional rulers is a gap that needs to be filled. In Lagos, Hinginu, John Adams, NTA News.
And still on the traditional rulers, nationwide, they are reiterating their call for inclusion in Nigeria's constitution. This push was central at the 2025 National Executive Committee meeting of the National Council of Traditional Rulers in Nigeria, with the theme, the traditional institutions, the imperative of its inclusion in effective and efficient governance in Nigeria. Hengino John Adams again reports that Apollos Chu Egberemere of Eleme Kingdom was among the royal fathers present.
Lagos, a cultural melting pot of diverse ethnic groups, played host to royal fathers converging with a shared objective: securing constitutional recognition for traditional rulers. Among them is His Royal Highness King Apollos Chu, the Nta Ch10 and Egberemere Kori of Eleme Kingdom. These custodians of culture are advocating reverting to pre-independence dynamics, advising that it will bolster traditional institutions. Over 11 governors were in attendance.
They cannot go into local administration without the historical, cultural, and traditional architecture of such communities. And who are the custodians? The traditional rulers.
The benefit of having traditional rulers inclusive in the constitution of Nigeria is very great.
The traditional rulers commended proponents of the bill.
The establishment bill is out 2025. They've sent out a copy of the establishment bill, especially from the House of Reps, and we are working on the establishment bill now to make some input into the establishment bill and then return it to the National Assembly.
Taking us out of the constitution, and we are the grassroots people that interact with people first.
Expressed optimism that they will leverage the cultural, historical, and leadership resources of traditional, thereby complementing modern governance, aiding peace and conflict resolution, and driving grassroots socio-economic progress. In Lagos, Hinginu, John Adams, NTA News.
And those are the reports from Lagos. More stories will come your way after this break.
The Order of Merit Award goes to
the only tomato paste manufacturer to win the National Productivity Order of Merit Award by the Federal Government of Nigeria, endorsed by the Association of Private Medical Practitioners of Nigeria. This is an evidence of 100% natural goodness, great quality and great taste. So eat healthy to live longer. Use a Risco tomato paste and product. 100% natural tomato. Better food na correct. Buy now and enjoy up to 20% discount.
Risco tomato paste, the taste of Nigeria.
When malaria knocks you down, you can be sure parasites are having a party in your system.
Welcome to our new kingdom, guys!
Comel, an effective weapon against malaria.
Comel!
Attacking the parasite army directly to give you express relief and get you back on your feet effectively. Comel on malaria gone.
What wakes you up in the morning? Is it the sunrise? Is it the alarm? No. It's your dream that day. And what drives you? Powerful engine. You start strong every day with the rich, creamy taste taste of Nescafe 3-in-1, carefully crafted for selected coffee beans. You are, and you won't stop until you succeed. Start strong, finish strong.
The game is changing, consumer businesses are serving every consumer need.
Yes, every business must play fair and deliver what they promise. Never promise the world and deliver a village. FCCPC, promoting choice, ensuring fairness.
From now to December 31st, 2025, you could be one of the Keystone Mega Milli giveaway. Carry out 10 transactions or more on any Keystone Bank channel for weekly cash wins, or save 10,000 naira or more for a month to qualify for the mega draw. Millionaires are made. No account yet? Download the Key mobile app from your app store and open one today for your share of millions. T's and C's apply. Keystone Bank. We roll together.
My mama no lie, oh. Food the way sweet now, money kill and plus everything combined, oh. Everything combined, oh. Oh, Bonga just the arrive, oh. She tell me say nah, devil king, so yeah, oh, she dey use fry, oh. Yeah. Now why did you love it, they sweet like this? The chicken, they crisp like this. Fry the plantain,
Introducing the soya vegetable oil, available in stores near you.
In today's fast-paced world, staying ahead demands peak performance from our bodies.
Like never before, our bodies need an optimum supply of essential nutrients, and Supermalt supplies needs.
Supermalt has 20 essential vitamins, minerals, and natural extracts for overall health and wellness. One Supermalt a day gives you energy and vitality, improves your mental performance, and supports your immunity.
Mealtime is game on. Meet my Sure Bet Game Changer, made from natural ingredients to deliver game-changing chicken aroma and taste for my whole team.
Mom, why did we not use this before?
Upgrade your chicken game with game-changing chicken flavor from Maggi Chicken.
But why? No, see, say this big bull bag of rice no get the new big bull holographic seal. Not true.
Introducing the Big Bull Holographic Seal Tape, your favorite authentic Big Bull rice. And 25 kg. Now with holographic seal tape. This is to ensure you get the premium product from Big Bull Rice. Do not buy if the holographic seal tape is not on the bag or is broken. Big Bull Rice. Tasty rice nourished you.
The energy from breakfast doesn't last my child the whole day. By halftime, they are low on energy. That's why break time is re-energize. It's that break that helps keep your champ in the game.
Pack the nourishing energy of Milo with a great taste into the lunchbox every day. Milo, energy to go further. Milo!
The world needs moms. With a splash of golden Terra oil, a mom can transform a frown into a smile. Change no thanks into yes please. Resolve family feuds without blowing a whistle. Providing tasty family meals is all that matters. Where there are moms, there is love. Golden Terra oil, pour pure love.
Cadbury hot chocolate, crafted from cocoa and sugar, creamy, chocolatey, frothy goodness, rich taste, so satisfying.
Cadbury 3-in-1 hot chocolate, the treat you deserve.
Thanks for staying tuned. The annual meeting of the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund is bringing together finance ministers, central bank governors and global economic leaders to discuss pressing international economic issues. How's it going? Let's join correspondent Moplang Dakok in Washington, D.C., who reports that the meeting opened this Monday. Muplang.
Yes, the annual meetings of the World Bank and the IMF have just started here in Washington, but activities are a bit low because of the public holiday here as a result of the Columbus Day celebration. However, Nigeria's delegation is fully on ground already, led by the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Yemi Cardoso. The Minister of Finance is not here, as we are told he's indisposed. But the Minister of State for Finance, Dr. Doris Anite, the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Finance is here, as well as other government officials and even the members of the private sector. Highlights of the meeting include a session on the Developmental Committee plenary on October 16th and the International Monetary and Financial Committee meeting on the 17th. For Nigeria, the meeting presents an opportunity to brainstorm together with developmental partners, investors, and other policy makers on economic stability and inclusive growth for the country. On the whole, the meetings or the outcomes of the meetings are expected to shape macroeconomic policies and financial policies for the next 1 year. In Washington, D.C., Muplang Dakok, NTA News.
Thank you very much, Muplang. And still on the business circle, here's Musa Abubakar with more.
Thank you, Najat. The Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, FCCPC, has welcomed the Central Bank of Nigeria draft guide banks to refund customers for failed ATM transactions within 48 hours. The move follows the FCCPC's recent report showing over 3,000 complaints from the banking sector between March and August 2025, with 10 billion naira recovered for consumers. FCC Executive Tunji Bello described the CBN's proposal as a timely step toward resolving persistent issues of failed transactions and delayed refunds. The Commission says it will work with the CBN to monitor compliance and ensure consumers get a timely redress through its complaints portal, email or helpline. A collaboration expected to boost confidence in Nigeria's financial system. Now, the bulls took charge on the floor of the Nigerian exchange today, lifting investor confidence as the all-share index galloped to 147,717.22 points. Trading was brisk with over 624.6 million shares changing hands in 31,563 deals, summing up to a transaction value of 13.47 billion naira. At the close of trading, the market capitalization stood tall at 93.76 trillion naira, reflecting investors' sustained appetite for equities. Sovereign Trust Insurance led the gainers with 9.97% share price appreciation, closing at kobo per share, followed by Transcorp Power, Consolidated Hallmark Holdings, and Halliday McCall. On the losing side, Regency came out last with an end-of-day price depreciation of 17.58% at 1 naira 36 kobo per share, followed by Triple G and Co, Waymo Bank, and Living Trust Mortgage Bank. For now, the bulls continue to hold the reins, and investors are watching to see if this momentum will carry into the next trading session. And now the news continues after the break.
It's the Golden Penny 65th anniversary buy and win golden promotion. Up to 4 billion naira worth of golden rewards to be won. Buy any pack of Golden Penny noodles, pasta, 500 grams or 1 kg Semavita. Check for code inside the pack and send the code via WhatsApp to win airtime instantly. Submit 10 Golden Penny noodles, 3 pasta, 3 Semavita packs. Drop them at any redemption center to join the raffle. You stand a chance to win home appliances, kitchen makeovers, and even a brand new car. Promo starts from September 22nd, 2025. Offer valid while stock lasts. For more information, visit www.goldenpennypromo.com. Golden Penny, serving happiness, nourishing families.
day ahead.
Delicious Ovaltine, smart choice for smart kids.
Guys, food.
Suitable for jollof rice, stew, spaghetti, and yam porridge. Cooked to impress.
Milo 3-in-1 Milky and Creamy is truly milky and contains calcium. So, no need to add milk for that rich, creamy cup, which helps to nourish your kids.
TerraCube, unwrap joy, unleash taste.
Little body, big moves. Little brain, big learning. Your little child is eager to do big things. Every sachet they need every day, made from natural grains, contains protein and fortified with iron to support their physical growth, learning and development. So you can fully enjoy your little one's big moments of growth.
Imagine lovely meals you can cook with these ingredients. You spend heavily, but no guarantee of a tasty meal. Not making a right choice of seasoning cube can ruin your meal, money, and confidence. For a tasty meal, do not compromise. Choose Gold.
Use Terra Gold for the rich, consistent taste your loved ones crave for. Good stews and jollof. Terra Gold. 1 cube, endless possibilities.
My mama no food the waste with na money kill and plus everything combined everything combined Ogbonge gist ya she tell me say na Devon King so ya all she dey use fry yeah. Now why the jollof it dey sweet like this? Chicken it dey crisp like this. Fry the plantain.
Introducing the new Devon King's Soya Vegetable Oil, available in stores near you.
Time is game on. Meet my Sure Bet Game Changer, made from natural ingredients to deliver game-changing chicken aroma and taste for my whole team.
Mom, why did we not use this before?
Upgrade your chicken game with game-changing chicken flavor from Maggi Chicken.
The energy doesn't last my child the whole day. By halftime, they are low on energy. That's why break time is the right time to re-energize. It's that break time energy that helps keep your champ in the game.
Pack the nourishing energy of Milo with a great taste into the lunchbox every day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo! Good, tasty food is worth living for. Worried about your oil every time you enjoy your favorite meal? Introducing Smart Balance. Smart Balance rice bran oil is rich in gamma-oryzanol. Several studies suggest that gamma-oryzanol may contribute to the reduction of bad cholesterol. Golden Terra Smart Balance oil. Good food, no worries.
Mom's Pride seasoning cubes now available. Flavor, a perfect blend of ginger, onion, clove, and more. Mom's Pride Kayamiya, Mom's Pride Dadawa, and Mom's Pride beef flavor. Mom's Pride. Share the pride.
Let's join Ayo on Sports Update. Ayo.
Thanks so much, Nta Ch10. We'll begin with Nigeria, who are up against Cheetahs of Benin Republic on Tuesday, the final qualifying round for the 2026 FIFA World Cup at the Godswill Akpabio Stadium in Uyo. Head coach Eric Shell believes that his team will give everything against Benin Republic, while they also hope for a favorable outcome from their match in Nespresso, where South Africa would host Rwanda. Leads the group with 17 points and holds the key to their own fate. A win against Nigeria would secure them their first ever qualification for the FIFA World Cup.
Right now, once again, because we need to prepare something that we want, and as the be focused together, and the game starts with my friend.
But yeah, I think the boys are in good spirit, you know, and I trust them. And this is an opportunity for our life. And yeah, like you said, yeah, for some of us this opportunity won't come around again. So we'll approach it with.
All right, so the latest results of the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers, Cape Verde secured the World Cup on Monday, becoming the second smallest nation ever to reach the finals. They achieved this by defeating Eswatini 3-0 in their last group match, finishing atop the standings ahead of Cameroon in a remarkable campaign. Cape Verde ended Group D with 23 points, 4 points clear of Cameroon, who drew goalless at home against Angola. Along with Cape Verde, Morocco, Tunisia, Egypt, Algeria and Ghana have already qualified. Elsewhere, Tunisia completed their campaign without conceding a goal, defeating Namibia 3-0 in their final Group H match. The Carthage Eagles were undefeated in 10 matches, winning 9 and drawing once, scoring 22 times. And that's your sports. It's back to Nta Ch10.
Thank you, Ayo. Renowned man of God and evangelist Reverend Umar Ukpai is dead. For President Tinubu, the death of Reverend Ukpai is a great loss to the nation. In a tribute personally signed by President Tinubu, Reverend Ukpai was not just a preacher, he was an anointed crusader of the faith, filled with fire and ice for the gospel, restoring humanity to discipline, love and good neighborliness. Dr. Ukpai, who died aged 80, was an international evangelist, leader of the Umar Ukpai Evangelistic Association and founder, Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria. President Tinubu commiserates with his family, especially his wife, Pastor Philomena Umar Ukpai, his children and members of his ministry. President Tinubu also sympathizes with the labor movement and the civil society on the passing of renowned unionist and rights activist Comrade Abiodun Aremu, who died on Sunday in Ota, Ogun State. The president also condoles the family, friends and associates of the departed labor activist, describing him as a committed fighter who devoted his time, energy and resources to empowering workers and enhancing their rights in Nigeria. The President particularly commiserates with the leadership of the Nigeria Labour Congress, the Academic Staff Union of Universities and the broader civil society community on the loss, praying for the repose of Baba Aremu. On that note, we conclude the network news on NTA. Thanks for being a part of it. I'm Nta Ch10.